Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
People are cleaning up after 4 tornadoes touched down in KELOLAND early Monday morning. The National Weather Service has confirmed the twisters in Sioux Falls and near Brandon, Lester, Iowa, and Adrian, Minnesota.
Carson Dagley lives in a south-central Sioux Falls neighborhood where the tornado hit. His damage includes broken windows and a destroyed shed.
Well, I'm just glad to see that everyone's safe, no injuries. It's just going to be a long process of repair and replace.
The National Weather Service says no one was hurt in the tornadoes. Wildlife habitats can also be impacted heavily by storms like the ones we saw last month.
Hail, high winds, and flooding all impacted wildlife on the eastern side of the state. While leftover debris may have changed the scenery, it doesn't necessarily mean have a negative impact on these wild animals.
Some of our wildlife have lost homes, some nesting areas, but on the other hand, some of these trees, the broken tops and that'll be left because they're out of managed areas, are actually an opportunity for these as well.
That's because some birds will nest in the tops of the broken trees. Branches that have fallen into waterways can also create habitats for fish and turtles.
Well, now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Some rain on the way for the weekend, Scott.
Yeah, we'll continue to watch for periods of rain as we do go through this coming weekend. Along with it, temperatures will be cool. Expect afternoon highs, well, mainly in the 60s and 70s. That's below average. Now, we do have a couple of showers in the southwestern South Dakota and even some lightning strikes along with them. They will continue to move to the east as temperatures are in the 40s and 50s this morning. We'll see high temperatures hit the 60s and 70s. I'll have more details on a KELOLAND live Doppler forecast coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. Well, Governor Kristi Noem is threatening to sue President Biden over a recent decision from the USDA regarding school lunch programs.
Earlier this year, Noem pushed the state to join more than a dozen others to ban transgender athletes from girls' school sports. At the time, some opponents to the proposal argue that South Dakota's law could imperil federal funding for public schools.
Noem claims that the USDA was poised to withhold funds for school meal programs and threatened to sue if it does. The USDA says it is working to get voluntary compliance before referring violations to the Department of Justice.
Prosecutors have filed the witness list for the upcoming impeachment trial on Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg. The list includes current and former members of South Dakota and North Dakota law enforcement agencies. Ravnsborg's new defense attorney, Michael Butler, didn't file a witness list by the Wednesday deadline.
Now, Senate rules give each side 4 hours to present witness testimony and cross-examination. The Senate trial starts June 21st. It's not clear yet if Ravnsborg plans to testify. But once again, an F-16 fighter jet incident is under review in Sioux Falls. The latest one happened on Tuesday. The 114th Fighter Wing says no one was hurt.
Aircraft maintenance workers will look into the damage and recommend any repairs. An independent safety investigation board will determine the cause and recommend any corrective safety measures. This comes just a few weeks after another F-16 slid off the runway at the Sioux Falls Regional Airport. An interim safety board will investigate what happened and look for a cause in that incident.
Authorities in Han County are asking for the public's help in solving a theft investigation. The sheriff's office says this minivan is suspected in a theft from a vehicle Wednesday night. It was seen driving east into Miller just before 5:30 Thursday morning.
Officials say it has a loud exhaust and some rust on the passenger side. If you have any information about the case, you are asked to call the Han County Sheriff's Office.
Meanwhile, authorities in Aurora County are sending a warning to parents after an incident along Interstate 90. The sheriff's office says a black Chevy Impala with a Michigan license plate of EPB 9505 was reportedly trying to solicit children.
It was seen traveling with a black Toyota Corolla, also with Michigan license plates. Officials want parents to be mindful of their kids and to discuss stranger safety with them as the summer months continue.
A Yankton woman was airlifted to Sioux Falls late Thursday afternoon following a water rescue. According to the Yankton County Sheriff's Department, 2 girls were kayaking near a beach area when they spotted 27-year-old Talon Smith in the water.
They yelled for help, and 2 women were able to reach the victim and bring her to shore. Her condition is unknown at this time. Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, everybody. We will continue to watch for, well, showers today as we go through the afternoon hours. We'll have temperatures probably in the 60s and 70s for afternoon highs, and along with that, the shower chances mainly across parts of western South Dakota. That is something that will continue to be monitored as we do go through the afternoon. In fact, this morning we already have a couple of scattered showers across parts of western and southwestern South Dakota. Those will eventually move to the east as we do go through the day today. You can see them by 1 o'clock in the afternoon in south central KELOLAND. And then as we hit the evening hours, we'll have to watch southeastern South Dakota, parts of Iowa and Minnesota, with a chance for these scattered showers. Even some thunderstorms later today in western South Dakota, where there's a marginal risk for severe weather. Wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour possible. And we'll just go with periods of rain throughout the weekend. We'll see that tomorrow morning in eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. I think we will get a break during the late morning hours and into the afternoon before the next round of rain may develop during the evening on Saturday, and then late in the day on Sunday. We'll follow that range starting across western South Dakota, eventually moving into central and southeastern KELOLAND. What does all this add up to? Well, I'd say at least a quarter inch of rainfall for the southern third, maybe southern quarter of KELOLAND. We could see a couple of areas near an inch in south central South Dakota. Forecast for today showing temperatures in the 60s and 70s. And you can always check the details of the 7-day forecast while you're here online. Have a great weekend.